place for your amazing host.
What's up, everybody? My name is Joelle, and welcome to Sandals Church Kids, where we are all about the vision of being real with ourselves, God, and others.
We're so excited to be here with you today because this weekend we are diving into baptism, pun intended.
That's right. We are going to share a Bible story about baptism, learn more about what it means to be baptized, and how to find out if you're ready to make this decision.
But first, we're going to watch a fun pre-show video, worship together, and then get into our Bible story.
Along with the Bible story, you will get to hear a real story from our friend Avery, all about the time he got baptized.
But first, let's check out this sneak peek of what's coming up.
Coming up.
How do you make something disappear in plain sight? Find out on Get Real Baptism.
Well, that looks squishy.
It totally did. I cannot wait to see what that's all about.
Same. So today we're talking about H2O-ning Our Faith in our Bible story from Romans chapter 6.
We'll learn how baptism represents Jesus' death and resurrection. And after the video, you guys can grab your baptism Get Real guide to go deeper into the Bible story.
All right, friends, we are ready for one of our favorite segments called Pre-Show.
Hey everyone, Mr. Coyote here with
Mrs. Coyote.
and we are so glad that you joined us for another episode of Mail Time. Now, we've been doing mail for over a year and getting lots of letters from all around the world, which has been awesome, but we got a very large letter recently and it cost $1.40 to send to us. So somebody was very committed, and when Mrs. Coyote and I looked at this, we said, wait a second, it says Sandals Church Anaheim. So this letter right here, I'm guessing are from all the kids at Sandals Church Anaheim. And if you're watching from Anaheim, hey, so good that you guys sent us a letter. We are so excited to open it. I think we should see. Oh, there's like,
Oh my goodness.
there are
It's packed.
so many letters. Look at this. Ooh, you know what? Can I talk about this for a second?
Yes.
Okay, so we did a video recently where I took you guys through some of the things that I like to do when I draw. And I talked about basic shapes. I talked about how you can design characters out of circles. And when you do enough circles, you can make it look like Mickey Mouse. And if you do something out of squares, you can create a character. And I drew something where you guys guessed that it was SpongeBob. And I even drew Phineas from Phineas and Ferb using a triangle. Now, I'm thinking that maybe a lot of these letters are responses
I'm seeing a pattern.
to what I drew. And the last thing that I drew in that video was a lesson on how to draw a pig. So let's look at our first letter. This is from Hayden. It says, Dear Sandals Church kids, I love watching your videos at Sandals Church. You guys are funny and you guys have so much fun and I love the worship. Here is my drawing of a pig. My brother and sister want to draw the houses from Hogwarts together. And on the back, you'll see Mickey and SpongeBob and Phineas and Ferb. So I think that we should kind of go through all of these and show them. Check this out. This is from Riley. I love Riley. Look, did a couple different versions. So good. Ooh, and she has a suggestion for the pig named Polly. We should call the pig
I
Polly.
love that. This is Jackson's pig right here, and he also did a couple of these other characters.
We have Gavin's right here. I love that.
We've got a dragon and a shield, which is super, super fun.
Don't forget about Logan. Logan, I'm loving this, and I'm loving that you use pink because a lot of pigs are pink.
You're right. And Remy, shout out to you with your super fun green pig.
This is from Rory from Anaheim. So good. And on the back, we got our trio of characters right there.
Great. And Jacob from Sandals Church Anaheim. Look at that guy. Awesome shading on the hooves. Well done.
Okay, check out these two. This one is very detailed. Spent lots of time on it. So good. And ooh, I like how long the pig is on this one. Look how long. It's kind of like a hot dog pig.
I love
I
that.
love the hot dog pig.
Here's some fun characters with those three basic shapes. We got our square, our circle, and our triangle.
Okay, this is probably my favorite pig that I've seen so far. This is called Rocket Pig because it uses its ears to fly up into space. I love Rocket Pig right here.
And this comes from Hayden, and it looks like, Hayden, you drew a Holy Bible, and this is either a tooth, or it's an apple,
Or both.
Or it's both with a flag on top. And it looks like cotton candy or a fun little feather pin. Awesome job.
Okay, Sandals Church Anaheim, this is a first. We have never received a group of letters from one campus, and this was really cool. Thank you guys so much for sending this. Janelle, who is the kids lead at Sandals Anaheim, man, we are so thankful for you. We cannot wait to put these up on our wall, to be inspired by you guys, and you know what? Let's keep drawing together. We will see you guys next time.
All right, friends, we're gonna jump into a time of worship together. This is a great opportunity for you to really think about God and who He is, and also thank Him for all He has done for you.
Worship is a great way to show God how much you love Him. And here's the deal. You may have had a rough week or you may have had a great week. So you might need to take a moment and pray and ask God to help you focus. Feel free to do that now.
While you worship, feel free to close your eyes, raise your hands. You might even clap or dance around. How you want to worship God is up to you as you think about your relationship with Him. Now, stand up on your feet and let's get ready to worship together.
Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and favor with God and with man. Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and favor with God and with man.
Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and favor with God and with man.
Whoa!
Jesus grew in wisdom. That means he's a scholar.
Jesus grew in stature, that means he got taller.
Jesus grew in favor with God and with man.
Jesus is the greatest, I wanna be like him. Wanna be like him. Wanna be like him.
I want
be like him. Wanna be like
him.
Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and favor with God and with man.
Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and favor with God and with man.
Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and favor with God and with man. Whoa!
Jesus grew in wisdom. That means he's a scholar.
Jesus grew in stature, that means he got taller.
Jesus grew in favor with God and with man.
Jesus is the greatest, I wanna be like him. Wanna be like him. Wanna be like him. Wanna be like him. Wanna be like him.
I wanna hug my mama extra tight. I wanna read my Bible every night. I wanna put loose trash in the garbage bin. But most importantly, I wanna be like him. I wanna help someone realize their full potential. Wanna comb my hair and brush my dentals. Wanna help my best friend learn to swim. But most importantly, I wanna be like him. I wanna spend more time with my family. I wanna find another good book to read. I wanna have more workouts at the gym. But most importantly, I wanna be like him. I wanna eat my veggies and learn kung fu. Wanna be nice to the animals at the zoo. Wanna memorize Luke 2:52, but most importantly, I wanna be like you.
Wanna be like you. Wanna be like you. Wanna be like you. Wanna be like you. Wanna be like you. Wanna be like you. Wanna be like you. I want to be like you. When I was alone, you were the one who listened. I looked down at the ground, but you held my head up high. When I was afraid, you were the one who gave me strength. There were no arms around me, but you were holding me. You were there when I was on my own. I was weak, but then you made me strong. You were there when I'm all alone. You were here, you were here, you were
stretched out, you were holding me. You were there when I was on my own. I was weak, but then you made me strong. You were there when I'm all alone. You were here, you were here, you were here with me. You were here, you were here, you were here with me. You were here, you were here, you were here with me. I might not see you like I want to see you. You're so much bigger than I think you are. I might not see you like I want to see you, but you're always with me. You're never far away, far away, far away. You're never far away, far away, far away. You're so much bigger than I think you are. You were there when I was on my own. I was weak, but then you made me strong. You were there when I'm all alone. You were here, you were here, you were here with me. You were there when I was on my own. I was weak, but then you made me strong. You were there when I'm all alone. You were here, you were here, you were here with me.
Hey everybody, my name is Mr. Coyote, and today we're talking about H2O-ning My Faith from our story in Romans 6. Welcome to Get Real Baptism, where we're discovering what baptism really means and why it's so important. This week, we're talking about how baptism shows others we chose Jesus, and that means we can decide to be baptized when we choose to follow God. I want you guys to imagine your best friend for a minute. I want you to close your eyes and picture them in your head. My best friend in elementary school was Jacob. We were in the same class, in the same grade, we went to the same school, and we did everything together. We would talk about Star Wars. I know that we would call each other on the phone to talk about the cartoons we watched. He would borrow some of my video games. I would lend him some of mine. And maybe your best friend is someone from school, or a brother or sister, or even a neighbor across the street, or someone on your sports team. Your best friend is someone who is super important in your life. And you want other people to know all about them, why they're funny, what makes them laugh, what their favorite color is. They're your best friend for a reason. Now, when I was in 6th grade, our school took a trip to San Francisco. We went to a museum called the Exploratorium, and I got to sit on the bus next to Jacob, my best friend. And when I got there, he gave me something super cool that only best friends give each other, and that is a friendship bracelet. Maybe you have a friendship necklace, or you guys have a cool patch that you wear, or a matching shirt. But he gave me a friendship bracelet. And not just any friendship bracelet, a super special bracelet that he made just for me. Now, just putting on this bracelet didn't automatically make Jacob and I best friends, and it wouldn't make you guys best friends either. But if you already are best friends, then wearing a friendship bracelet shows others the decision you've made to be friends with that person for life. So today we're gonna talk about baptism. Now, getting baptized is kind of like wearing a friendship bracelet. Getting baptized isn't how you become a Christian or get to heaven, but it is a symbol or something that shows others that you have decided to belong to Jesus forever. The Bible says that followers of Jesus shouldn't continue sinning because we've already died to our sin. What that means is that because Jesus died to forgive our sin, we don't have to choose sin anymore. We are free to have a new life without sin being in charge of us anymore. Baptism is how people who have already made the choice to follow Jesus show that they take part in Jesus' death and new life without actually physically dying and coming back to life. Instead, what we do is go underwater to show that we have died like Jesus did. And then we come up out of the water to show that we have come back to life again, just like Jesus. The cool thing is, in the Bible, Jesus even got baptized while he was here on earth to show us what death and resurrection would look like. Baptism helps us remember that Jesus died on the cross so we could be free from sin. He was brought back to life so we can also have a new life with God. So we don't have to let sin control us anymore. Instead, we can do good things through and for God. After we've made a decision to follow Jesus, we can get baptized. Baptism doesn't make you a Christian. Only admitting you need Jesus and choosing to follow him does that. We get baptized in front of our family and friends to show them that we decided to make a commitment or a promise to follow Jesus for the rest of our lives. Then they can help celebrate our choice and remind us that we made that promise in front of them and God. The one thing to remember is that baptism shows others, I chose Jesus.
Getting baptized is kind of like these water beads. Now, when you make the decision to follow Jesus with your whole life, something in you changes. The Holy Spirit works inside of you, helping you to become closer to God and more like Jesus. Now, your life has changed, but the changes are happening quietly inside of you. They might be hard for others to see, like the cross is currently hard to see inside of these beads. But at some point after you've decided to follow Jesus, you might decide you want to show others the choice you've made. That's when you can choose to be baptized. When you get baptized, you are showing others the changes that are already happening inside you. Baptism is one way we can tell others we are starting a new life with Jesus. It's a way for us to celebrate the decision we have made with our friends and our family by our side. It's also a way for us to worship God and thank Him for what He's done for us. That's why, if you believe in Jesus, you can decide to be baptized.
Hey everybody, my name is Avery Atchison, and I would love to tell you a story about the time I got baptized. I remember being 8 years old and in second grade, and when I was in second grade, I was a super friendly person. I loved to talk to everybody at church and all my friends, and I loved to meet new people. I loved to talk with everybody. And not only that, but I was at church a lot. My dad was working at church, so I was there all the time. I even got left at church once by my parents. And so I remember one Sunday after church, everybody was celebrating. There's a bunch of stuff going on outside, and I didn't know what it was. So I walked up and I saw a bunch of people getting baptized in a pool. And I remember thinking, that's super cool. I want to do that. That looks so fun. And see, a lot of you guys may think that baptism is about going to church. Or if my parents are Christians, then I should get baptized too. But that's really not what it means. See, after church, I went home and had a conversation with my dad, and he told me what baptism really meant. When we decide to follow Jesus for the rest of our lives, baptism is our decision to tell people that we are committed to following Jesus. Baptism isn't about going to church, and it's not about your parents. It's about your decision to follow Jesus. So after having that conversation with my dad, I decided I was ready to get baptized. I prayed and I asked God to forgive me for my sins, and I confessed that I was ready to walk with Him for the rest of my life. So a couple weekends later, I was able to get baptized too. And it wasn't because of my friends or everybody else, but because I wanted to. And I wanted to tell all of my friends and everybody around me that I was ready to follow Jesus. And just like I talked to my dad about wanting to get baptized, if you've decided to follow Jesus for the rest of your life, you can make the decision to be baptized too. Just talk to your mom or your dad or your grandma or your grandpa or even an aunt or uncle. If you really want to, you could even talk to a Sandals Kids lead about being baptized. But however you choose to, just make sure it's your decision and that you are ready to follow Jesus for the rest of your life.
Avery, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Let's go over Romans 6:4 one more time. So when we were baptized, we were buried with Christ and shared His death. We were buried with Him so that we could live a new life, just as Christ was raised from death by the wonderful power of the Father.
We hope you learned something new. And remember, the one thing for today is Baptism shows others I chose Jesus.
And what can you do about that? You can decide to be baptized. If you think you might be ready to take the step of being baptized, check out the back of your Get Real guide and use this flowchart to answer some questions.
You will definitely want to talk to your parents, your small group leader, or a grown-up if you feel like you're ready to take the next step. And if you're not ready now, that's totally okay. You can take time to ask more questions and wait until you're truly ready to make this big decision.
That's right. And before we end today, we're going to go into one more song of worship. Go ahead and get back on your feet and let's sing together.
In the darkness, you are righteous. Jesus, you are the rightful King. Never changing, never failing. You've never given up on me. You will take the throne forever. All will bow and say, we will worship you forever young, forever free. So lift up a word, raise up a shout, for the God I love deserves his praises loud. So I will praise his name, praise his holy name, praise his name. Whoa. Every heart, every tongue confess the glories of his righteousness and praise his name. Here we go. In the darkness, you were righteous. Jesus, you are the rightful King. Never changing, never failing. You've never given up on me. You'll take the throne forever. All will bow and say, we will worship you forever young, forever free. So lift up a word, raise up a shout, for the God I love deserves his praises loud. So I will praise his name, praise his holy name, praise his name. Whoa. Every heart, every tongue confess the glories of his righteousness and praise his name. Oh, we might seem small singing in this room, but we aren't alone. No, we join in a choir of believers, billions strong. We sing praise his name, praise his holy name, praise his name. Whoa. Every heart, every tongue confess the glories of his righteousness and praise his name. Praise his name, praise his holy name, praise his name. Glory, 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 oh, glory, oh, glory, hallelujah.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today, you guys.
One last thing before you go. If you decide to be baptized, have your grown-up share a picture or video of you being baptized on Instagram at Sandals Kids. We would love to celebrate with you and share your story with other Sandals Church families.
Thanks again for hanging out with us today, and we will see you next week.